All right. Get some stuff situated, and then we'll dive into um, everything. Absolutely everything. um, all right. How's everybody doing today? Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, before we get started, if you guys want to go and check out my link in the chat as well as in the description for BTCC, feel free to do so. It is a good platform that I've been using for a little bit. So, and they are partnering with the channel, so feel free to go ahead and check them out. You get 10% deposit bonus, as well as you can have up to $10,055 worth of extra bonuses, and you get 40% lower fees. Now, this is a platform that's been around for quite some time, has a bunch of followers on Twitter as well, and you can trade up to 500x leverage. So I don't ever recommend it. I typically trade like 5, maybe at max I'll do like a 15x leverage, but there are other times where I do like a 50x leverage or a 100x leverage, but it's very, very rare. I'm typically leverage trading, like you can see over here. I'm typically leverage trading, around what, 4x, 15, 3x, 3x, 5x. So I'm typically leveraging less. But I am positive on the positions that I did put in here, right? Up by 39%, 91%, 33%, 18%, 18% here. And also, if you guys want to check out, maybe March X, you can also check that out as well. I have a bunch of different things that are positive over there as well, and we're just waiting that out, and waiting to see those flourish. So feel free to check out my link in the chat for BTCC if you want to get started. But the market looks amazing here today. I mean, I didn't get a lot of sleep. The power went out in our neighborhood for some reason. I guess there was a tree problem that hit like whatever the transformer or something, right? And ended up waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning. The kids woke up. They didn't go back to sleep, so they're off at school. But I don't know how they're gonna do. So can you tell me about XTC? I haven't done a crazy amount of research on XTC, so maybe a little bit later, but not at the moment. Good morning, brother. Hope all is well. Everything's going pretty well. Thank you for being here, wise man or wise mind. Sorry, can hardly see that. Love from Ireland, bro. XRP all the way. I'm right there with you. I hold a lot of XRP, and I can't wait for that to flourish. XTC is a hidden gem. It is basically does the same thing as XRP, but it's more into the tokenization of real world assets. Have you heard anything about Juris Protocol? I've heard a little bit about it on Luna Classic. They're trying to revive Anchor Protocol. I feel as though we need to see what we're really focused on, and Terra Luna Classic is seeing that full recovery for the classic chain when it comes to Lunic as well as USTC. And I feel like anything that's contributing towards that is great, but anything that's kind of going to revive what we previously had in a process, we need to see that the previous price levels as well as the previous actions that it did. So I've heard a little bit about it, but I try to get information and then get out, because I don't want to stay in there for too long, because people tend to, on both sides, they tend to fight and argue, and I don't want to deal with that right now. Thumbs, people, yes, definitely hit that thumbs up button for anybody. If you haven't hit the like button, we got 93 people here and we got 19 likes. So I would like to get to 119 likes, something like that. So feel free to hit that like button. Thumbs up, poll my G. I'll put it up eventually. Juris Protocol on Luna Classic Chain. I personally think cryptos, XDC, XRP, and Quant will be leading cryptos in the near future. I mean, everybody has their cryptos that they're heavy on. Obviously, one of mine is XRP. One of my other ones, I'll have CRO. I'll have Jasmine Coin as pretty big ones. So yeah. They're trying to revive Luna Classic. I know we've been trying to revive Luna Classic for a while, and I feel like once we all get on the same page with something, I think we then have a process to do so. But there's a lot of people that are not on the same page. Do you think when Trump's fired, uh, when Trump fires or when Trump fires Gary, XRP pumps like crazy, or do you think it will be a gradual thing from today? Well, I think we're going to see reactions, but we're going to see people that are on the sidelines waiting for some sort of big news to happen. But I think we're going to see reactions, and I think those reactions will be big, and we'll see a lot all at once, and then we'll see a reaction based off of that reaction. So we'll see jumps like what we've seen in the past for XRP when it came to all the speculation and all the literally going through the lawsuit. There was a lot of ups and downs, and I think we'll see the same thing. But overall, when we look at it at a 10,000 foot view, it will look gradual because the movement will be so aggressive, but it will be like this. Like it'll go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Like what you see in a traditional market, but a lot of people like to look at it literally like it's right here when you should be looking at it when it's like this far away or even farther. And you could see a clearer picture when you do that. uh, Thoughts on base memes? I mean, any memes that are created on other chains. Like the problem is, like, do you have popularity on those chains, and do you have a reason to create all of those memes that are there? Like, um, is it going to be cheaper? Is it going to be something that you can now say this is the face of this chain, right? It's something that's created on AVAX. It's the face of AVAX. Chronos is the face of Chronos. Meme coins that are created. I just went over one today that I feel as though could have some popular. My boy's back. I mean, I've been back. I've been live streaming for a little bit. I do it sparingly at this moment. CRO is pretty good. We can see a level of burns to get it up there, but it's not. But I also see that I'm buffering right now, so I apologize if that's the case. Over 1 million of them, over 1 million of them, and over 1 million of them. Inverse finance, all of them have less than a million supply. Yeah, it looks like we're buffering a little bit. If anybody's experiencing any issues, let me know. If you guys could you hit that like button? Let me go ahead. Did you hit the like button? I'll start a poll here. Hopefully I wrote that right. Did you hit the like button? Yes, I did. So feel free to answer that poll, hit the like button, and yeah, we should do a video on the 250 billion Lunic burn. Um, would help promote it. Would I do a video on the burn? Did that burn happen? Pretty sure that burn didn't happen. Or are you saying like we do a video on the process of it? Only 18 likes. Give the guy a thumbs up. Yeah, yeah. We're at 45 now. That's what it says on my end. Let's go ahead and look at the market really quick, and then we'll dive back into some questions and talk about all that stuff. So, currently, let me get this book out of here because I got this book of WNBA trading cards, or not trading cards, but sports cards. So the market currently stands at a $2.43 trillion market cap. It is up 5% on the day. We're also seeing that Bitcoin's dominance is up by 1%. It's up to a 60.4% dominance. We are seeing Bitcoin that definitely, oh yes, it happened The burn. We'll have to go in. We'll have to go into that because I didn't see that. But I'll definitely make a video about it if I don't talk about it right now. But either way, um, Bitcoin is sitting at a $74,000 price right now. $74,000 price. What's actually concerning and what just doesn't make sense is the fact that Trump is doing so bad, and the fact that MAGA Trump is doing so bad, when the fact that he won is that just doesn't make sense that these are dropping heavily like they are. Maybe because the money or some money in that instance is going towards a campaign and there's no campaign anymore because it's kind of over. So I don't know why that would be the case, especially with other meme coins like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu and others that are running. But we'll leave it as it is. Where Bitcoin stands again is up by 5.5%, up to a $73,829 price point. Ethereum is at $2,616, up 6%. You're going to see reactions. You're going to see positive reactions, and then you're going to see reactions based on that reaction, right? People that see, oh, this is an opportunity, or I made a lot of money, let me get out of this play. You know what I mean? So you're going to see that reaction, especially within the last hour. Solana is up to a $185 price, and we're seeing it down 1% in the last hour, but 11% in the last 24 hours. 2% for BNB. We see XRP that's up by 4%. Dogecoin is up by 9.3%. Cardano 5.4%. You're seeing Avalanche up by 11.4% as well. Some bigger names that are kind of pushing the price movement. You see, is that Nero that's up by 28%. Goat that's up by 27% as well. Aave 23%. Lido DAO 17%. Injective 17%. Kronos is actually up by 16%. It's great to see that finally make some movement and have a little bit of volume. It has $89 million worth of volume, which doesn't sound like a crazy amount, but that's not typical for Kronos, right? Kronos typically sees a lower amount of volume, and when you see more volume, you see more price movement. So 16% of an increase today. You see Radium that's up by 15%. Bonk is up by 14%, or sorry, 11 or 12%. Jasmy coin is up by 12%, so that's making a little bit of a move, pushing up to the 2-cent mark. I can't wait till that pushes a lot further. As we said, Solana is about 11%, MOG, and some other meme coins as well. Dogecoin is up by 8.8%. So, the Luna supply now down to 6.5 trillion. I believe that TFL will have more to burn, but don't know how much. I would love to see that those burns continue, and if we could see an average in every year, an average over 500 billion, that would be great for the survival of Terra Luna Classic and getting Terra Luna Classic back to where it once was. However, we want to see that happen a lot sooner. We don't want to wait 10 years for that to happen, because you may see us be miles ahead in cryptocurrency overall, just waiting for Terra Luna Classic to kind of burn down that supply before you can re-implement things. So I want to see a lot more there. I definitely will have more to talk about when it comes to that. So I'll just jot it down so we can have a discussion on it, or I can make a video on it specifically, because it didn't come across my Twitter feed that happened, right? If we look at Kronos, it's great to see. Let me go over to Coinbase to see if I'm logged in. Hopefully I'm logged in. Because if I am logged in, I'm going to go over to because I just made a video yesterday about, Kronos and how much I have in Kronos. And while it was down by like $800, now it's not down by nearly as much, right? It's like $500 now, where I'm standing at 2,300, right? $2,307.79. This is in my portfolio of just my $10 per day. If you don't know, I'm investing $10 every single day in Chronos, including yesterday, the day before that, the day before that. It just continues every single day. I'm not going to stop doing it, probably until it hits a level of $1. Once it hits a level of $1, I won't invest $10 every day anymore, and I'll just take whatever profit I can have. And maybe I really don't know at this point, because I have 370,000 that's sitting over here. I have 10 or 100,000 that's sitting in my Ledger wallet that I'm not going to touch, and I have 270,000 that I'm looking to make moves on. Actually, a little bit less. Let's say 200,000, because I have 40,000 that's being staked for the cards for my Jade Green card, and eventually that'll be moved up to the Icy White card at those levels. So I have 200,000 I'm looking to do something with, but then I also have 27,000 I'm looking to also do something with here. So we'll see how that all plays out, but it's great to see the level of growth that we've had here, 15-16% in the last 24 hours for Chronos, and we want to see a lot more. This has 10x easily written all over it. In my opinion, it's looking more like a 30 or 40x, to be honest. With only 25 billion coins in supply, yeah, I definitely see that. Not only hitting $25 billion market cap, but 75 to $100 billion market cap, and competing with BNB in the process. That's just me. That's just my opinion and what I see. But you can let me know how you feel as well. Let's see. Nacho, Casper, Stick. Somebody asked me yesterday in a comment if I was still holding Caspa. Yes, I'm still holding Caspa as well. I don't know if they're here. Probably not. But I am still holding Caspa. I still hold 10,000 plus Caspa over on, what's that platform? It's a green one, and it's in my phone. And I don't want to pull up my phone. Uphold. There we go. I have it on Uphold. So what's going on with everybody? What are you doing here today that maybe you could profit from, or what are you looking for in the markets here at a $2.43 trillion market cap? Again, since we have more people here, guys, if you want to sign up for BTCC, feel free to do so. That link is in the description as well as in the chat. If you want to check it out, give it a look. You can leverage trade up to 500x leverage. I never leverage trade that much. I honestly I leverage traded one time. The first try, I wanted to see what 500x leverage was like with like 10 cents. Ended up being profitable, made like 1,000% or 977% within the day, which is great. But I don't ever recommend it. You get 10% deposit bonus on deposits up to, over 500 USDT, and then also 40% lower trading fee. So feel free to check that out down below. Here's what the platform looks like. It's very simple to understand. I mean, you have the leverage trading over here that you can leverage trade and do whatever you need to do, and then you can put in your price that you want to do. I typically use the slider, and whatever I have, I will invest there. But also, as you can see here, I have a couple of profitable trades. It's up $44 here, or 89%, 32% here, 31%, 17%. And I have leverages. What's good about this platform, and not to kind of push this platform even more, they are partnered with me, so I'm grateful if you do sign up, is that you can do less than a 5x leverage. You don't have to just do a 5x. You can do a 3x. You can do a 2x. Basically saying, hey, if I think we're going to see liquidations, I want to protect myself, and I'm going to go ahead and do a 2x leverage, which gives me so much room for being wrong, but then also not losing a crazy amount of money, if losing any money at all, right? You have so much room to be wrong, and then it can completely reverse and pick up, right? So feel free to check it out. Link is in the chat. It's hard to know what will happen, isn't it? Could pump, could dump, but I doubt it will be steady. Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with that. No one truly knows exactly what the market is going to do. I want to point out that I did say the day before that we would see a positive reaction of, the election day. And it's because of the lead up to it, right? Typically, when we have a lead up that's negative, we're going to see a positive outcome once that news does hit or the news happens. There's a reason why they call it buy the rumor, sell the news, or sell the news, buy the rumor, right? That's kind of what you were seeing there, and that's what I was predicting. Now, if it would have went the opposite way, I would have said that I was wrong. No one truly knows what's going to happen, but it's just a given fact that we see that typically happen, that if one thing is happening, the opposite tends to happen when the news breaks. And that's what I thought. But yeah, no one truly knows where or when this is going to happen. Are we in altcoin season right now? I would say if you're looking at the numbers, it's not showing that we're in altcoin season. We're seeing everything else that's flying, but Bitcoin is still up by 5+%, and we're seeing it at a 60% dominance. So does that lean towards being altcoin season? No, it doesn't lean towards that because of Bitcoin's dominance being so high. But we are on the cusp of altcoin season. We're seeing things that are outperforming Bitcoin, but it's just Bitcoin has such a high market cap and such a high price that any slight movement is miles ahead of many different cryptocurrencies combined, right? So, looking at Bitcoin to push another 5% today, but we may move sideways for a bit. And now that the hype of the election night is done, I mean, you might see a little bit more. I'm just surprised that we're seeing things like Strump and MAGA Trump that are kind of falling down, because those are coins that lean, and maybe it's because it built up before that point, but I didn't take a look at it, and I don't think it did, because I think MAGA Trump's around $2, which it should be hovering around 7 or 10 or even 30. Simpsons has some strong XLM and Bitcoin predictions. Really? What are they? I agree. Won't be until Bitcoin hits its top. I mean, seeing these new tops are always great. Seeing Bitcoin get to a level of 74 plus, $1,000. Seeing it approach 75,000. I don't know if it actually reached 75,000. Let me go into Bitcoin. Let me see what was the highest in the last 24 hours. So the last 24 hours, it did reach it. It was at $75,361.09. So it did break that $75,000 barrier. But now we're kind of pushing up to the 77 and 80 $1,000 level. Pack your bags. We're going to the moon. Probably. It's hopium right now. For what? I mean, I don't think it's hopium right now. Um, I think every moment of holding cryptocurrency has hopium in it, right? Where we we're really hoping that the it moves, or we're even hoping that it pulls back so we can have an opportunity to buy more. There's many people that thought the negativity that we saw over the pre-election days, that we would see that continue into election day, which is, it could have happened. And there are people that have sold everything because they were thinking that it was going to be another liquidation train. And honestly, we could still see that, right? No one truly knows what's going to happen. But if you hold outright, if you hold for and your discipline and your actions and everything, you should be perfectly fine. Altcoin season is right around the corner, though. I really can't wait for it. I'm excited to see many things that move and to have I want to have the problem to where there's so many things that are moving that I don't know what to talk about. Like that's what I want to have a problem with. Like today was kind of that instance where I haven't had that in a while, where Jasmine Coin, CRO, Dogecoin, Shiba Inu, many things are actually moving in the tens of percents. So what do I really talk about? I like Dogecoin. I don't have much Dogecoin. I have leverage traded Dogecoin, and that's pretty much it. I have CRO, I have Jasmine Coin, and I could talk about those. But I want that problem, right? I want that problem to not know what to talk about. Tomorrow, Crow with a knife will skyrocket. Mark my words. I mean, that would be great for people that hold it. I don't hold it. need to get to 86,000. It's going to dip soon and then come back. I mean, it could be. Glad the election is over. My main bag is Jasmine, and my second bag is Turbo. How do you feel about Turbo? I'm I'm hoping for a super cycle with Turbo, and then take my Turbo pump and put profits into Jasmine. I mean, I haven't. I think I looked at it once. I don't remember exactly all the information behind it, but I'm pretty sure it's a meme play, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken, then feel free to correct me. But yeah, I think whatever your strategy is, you have to live with that strategy and feel good about that strategy. But if you see Jasmine Coin that decides to run first, that may be tougher for you to put that money that you made over here into that, right? Or if they both run together, it may be more difficult for you to take that money and put it into here. You want to find a newer opportunity. Whatever you have as it's running, you want to sit on that. You want to be happy with what you have. Um, so I don't know how I feel about it. Sorry for the non-answer. Hey man, did you ever get any turbo? I just literally just talked about that. I might have it. Literally, I have so many coins in my MetaMask wallet, my Trust wallet, my EVM wallet, which I'm not logged into MetaMask right now, so I don't know. Just waiting for it to get to 50 cents, and you're safe for what? Jasmine? Or are you talking about something else? I would like to have a million CRO. I really would. And I wish I would buy at the right moments, because I typically buy at the wrong moments, but I'm looking for the long term, not the short term. But if I bought at the right moments, I would then have a better outcome in the long term, right? If I decided to buy at 7 cents versus 13 cents, I would have a way better outcome than where I stand right now, right? Am I right? If I bought at 5 cents, I would have a way better outcome. And honestly, I would only need, $50,000 there in order to get me, what I want. You talking about Crow with a knife? Oh, okay. All right. I'm not talking about that. So let's go back. Someone said that I should look at something else. That I should look at the SHIB chart. Let's look at SHIB. I know we don't have that on the thing, but we're talking about all altcoins. So let's look at where SHIB is. It's currently at a $10.86 billion market cap. It's up by 2%. So it's not really moving as much as some other meme coins that are out there, but the volume is up 168%, which is great to see. It just means that the volume is kind of split. You're seeing a $1.18 billion market cap, or not market cap, volume day, which is something you haven't seen in Shiba Inu in a little bit. Over this last 24 hours. It's at a 10 or 11% volume to market cap ratio with a, again, $11 billion market cap. We want to see that supply burn down, but what is the likelihood that we see all of that supply burn down with the history that we've had and the non-burns that we've had and all of those things there? Probably highly unlikely, but if it does happen, then that'll be great. So yeah, that's where Shiba Inu is currently. Let's look at some other things. You know that MAGA Trump, or Trump won. So MAGA Trump, I thought, would be making a huge move. I didn't even look at it yesterday, but we're seeing the volume, 390% increase in volume, but the overall price is down to a $120 million market cap. I still have the coins that I have in my portfolio, but they're not really doing as well. All-time high was $17. My cost basis is $6 or so, or $7, something like that. Let me go over to my portfolio. Portfolio is definitely doing good in the last 24 hours. If I go to MAGA Trump, mine is $6.60 or $6.26. I'm down quite a bit on that. I was up a massive amount, and then obviously it started falling down. I also want to look at XRP. Where does XRP stand? XRP is currently at a 53-cent price, and we're seeing a $30 billion market cap with $2.02 billion worth of volume. 7% volume to market cap ratio. We haven't seen any other supply that has been added either. Guys, we have 195 people here. If you can hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it. That was a campaign thing. Oh, so that's where you're seeing that drop off a bit. I got a little bit nervous. Oh wait, I got a bit of almost everything, but got one coin that only needs to get to 25 cents to $1. I want a million CRO and getting close. How much do you have then? You said you want a million CROs and you're getting close. How close are you? Are you at 700,000? 800,000? Also an ICP. So I like ICP. I've always liked ICP. And the problem that I have with it is always hovering around the supply and the introduction of that supply. And I know that once you get to a certain point, you're not going to see major introduction of that supply, but they don't have a set plan on how that gets released and how much is actually out there. When I first invested in the ICP, I made money from it, and I realized this that it was going to get to a much lower price because I saw the supply that was going to be introduced. When I invested into it, it was at 119 million coins. It's now at 473 million coins that's out there in circulation. That's the only problem that I have with it, and I don't know how that infinity number right here really translates into more that's being added to the total, and that's probably my only gripe about it. But you do see a lot of popularity in it. That's the thing that I miss, right? 141% increase in volume, $136 million in volume, and it's currently seeing a 3.6 billion dollar market cap. So yeah, I wonder how long it will be until Gary gets fired. Tomorrow, I don't know. I'm sure you'll see everything pump if that's the case. Like once you see something like that, boom, everything skyrockets to a whole new level. Cryptocurrency has no type of asterisk, has no type of conversation or negative connotation on it, and it's just through the roof. I literally just checked SHIB, so I'm not going to check it again. Do you honestly see Bitcoin to 100K before the year ends? No, I didn't say I saw Bitcoin to 100K before the year ends. I think it will get to 100K, but I don't think it will get there before the end of this year. Now, if it does, then I'll say that I was wrong, and that's amazing that it did. I still wouldn't buy it even if I 100% knew it was going to get to 100K now. Now, if it was at $15 or $15,000, absolutely I would buy more and more Bitcoin. And I should have bought some then, but I didn't have any money when it was down there. I also didn't have any money to buy Ethereum or many other projects that were at the absolute lows during that time. But yeah, I think Bitcoin will get to 100K. I just don't think this year, 2024. Gary would could willingly leave before January, but he can't get fired till then. Yeah, I guess that's true. I'm just thinking these people react to what they would consider bad news in different ways, where they're like, "I give up," okay? And that's what some people are hoping for. All people in crypto are probably hoping that he does that.
Donated $2.79 through Super Chat. Do you think Pepe will 10x this bull run?
So I think Pepe will 10x this bull run. Pepe stands if it's at a or $5 billion market cap, then I'll say yes. I think Pepe, which is this one, it's at a $4 billion market cap. Do I think it will get to a $42 billion? Yes, I think it will not only drop the fifth zero, right, but then also drop another zero to kind of 10x from there. So not only see a 42 or $4.2 billion market cap, but see a $42 billion market cap, plus more. I agree that that's going to happen. Thank you for that super chat. I appreciate that a lot. That's your 20th super chat. Well, thank you for the support over over however long you've been doing that. I appreciate it. Whether it's, $1, $5, $10, $100, it all means so much to me. It's because I mean, you show your appreciation in ways, and even commenting, you show your appreciation. That's just a level up, right? So I appreciate you for what you're doing. Jasmine predictions. Again, I want to see Jasmine coin above 10 to 20 cents by the end of this year, and see it hover in the 50 to $1 range in 2025. That's my predictions. And other predictions will get a little bit more conservative, will get a little bit more aggressive. I've seen ones where they said Jasmine coin's going to $17 next year, and anything could happen. I just don't think that's going to happen. If it does, then great. I'm not going to complain. I'll gladly say I'm wrong and then accept my $17 million. Of course, I will. I will gladly be wrong, but I don't think that that's going to be the case. Hey all, hey Nemo Blades, thank you for showing up. If it does, I'm rich. Like if Jasmine Coin gets to, or if Pepe gets to, or 10x's. Are you talking about? Jasmine prediction. Missed the part. Gonna rewatch that SHIB part. Thanks. Yeah, no problem. I'll definitely go over SHIB again at some point. I just don't want to go over it, again for the people that did see it. Do you think Ponky is a 10x? I think Ponky has 10x potential. I have it. I don't have a crazy amount. I think I bought like $200 worth. But I think it definitely has potential even to 100x from the time that I looked at it. I don't know where it is now. I tend to leave those alone until someone says, oh, this is at a ridiculous level. And then I go back to it and I have tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's what I'm looking for. Would love to see it. And that's why I invest maybe $100 here, $100 there.
donated €2.49 through Super Chat. Luna Classic prediction, bro.
Luna Classic prediction. So how we look at it now with the total supply that's there, I think, again, we're going to see a level of 1 cent. My prediction has been 1 cent to 3 cents because of the popularity in Terra Luna Classic. And if you understand any type of impact in cryptocurrency for popularity, as well as understanding what the use case and what we can get back to, you need to understand that a little bit more and see it for what it will be, which is as something gets as super popular and has that FOMO like Terra Luna Classic has, it can push up to multiple tens of billions of dollars worth of a market cap. And getting up to 1 cent, which seems like a stretch, is only at a 50 something billion dollar market cap, which is not insane for something that has popularity, has meme coin popularity, while also providing a use case, having its own chain, and all of the larger benefits in how you look at that. So I think Terra Luna Classic will be massive. For me, that would be $500,000. During that time period, I'm going to be taking bits and pieces of it, but I wouldn't take the full $500,000. It all depends on what the situation was. Let me go here. Thanks for all your predictions and hopes. Pepe is my biggest holding, 1 billion tokens. But thanks for your videos. Yeah, no problem. I mean, I like Pepe. I've talked about it. I don't have as much Pepe as I wanted to have, but just because I don't have it doesn't mean it's not going to have potential or not going to have large movement. Dogecoin will always have large movement. I don't have any Dogecoin outright. I did. I don't now. Pepe coin, I have like $300, $400 worth of Pepe at this moment. And if it 10x's from here, that's $4,000. Amazing, but obviously not the level that everybody else has invested into it, where it's like $4,000, $5,000, $10,000, and then you could see that 10x from where we are or where we stand, and you see $100,000, right? So it's a complete difference. I like to see Krill pump again. I think it will. Absolutely. I still hold Krill. Still have it. I still believe it's going to pump a massive amount. Again, we're waiting on altcoin season. There's so many things that haven't shown its potential because people aren't looking for that next altcoin. when we truly seen altcoin season, you could see that many people were looking for that next best thing. What's going to move here? What has the lowest volume? What has the reactions? What's going to have the FOMO? What's going to be the biggest meme? All of these questions were asked, and I feel as though we're going to see those questions asked or be asked, but then be grow tenfold where they were. So I can't wait for not only the questions to happen, but also the movement there. So let's see. Matt, how are you? Been a very long time. I've been doing good. I've been able to spend a lot of time with the kids. I don't like paying a crazy amount of taxes. So I'm still like every day that I get closer to the end of the year, I'm always thinking about taxes and things like that. And I actually made the mistake in not paying quarterly, so I know I'm going to owe a fine for not paying quarterly, which sucks. But I still have to gather everything together. And as I look at it, I'm like, I should have paid quarterly because the amount that I'm going to have to pay is it's going to be extensive. Uh, so that's something that I'm worried about. But I've been having a ball. I've been having a good time. Harper's playing basketball, playing. She's swimming as well, and I get to spend all of this time with her, working on these things and making sure she's, at the top of her game, basketball wise, and whatever she likes to do, swimming wise. So, yeah, I'm excited for that, and I'm glad I get to spend all of this time. That's what everybody pushes for, right? The reason why we invest into these things, we invest into cryptocurrency, into the stock market, is because we want to create a better life for our children, right? And set them up for success, but also be there for them. You're spending a ton of time sleeping and at work, and some people that are spending a crazy amount of overtime being at work, you're losing that time with your children. You're losing that time with your family. And I'm glad that I get to spend that time with them and take them to school, pick them up from school, play basketball with them, swim with them, play soccer, whatever it is. I love spending time with my family, and I'm glad that I get to do that. And honestly, it's because of everybody that's here, right? 217 people that are here because of you guys and giving me that opportunity to invest some of that money into places, making money, and also having other outside opportunities based on this. You guys have given me that. So I appreciate you guys so much and everything that you do and being here. And to shortly answer that question, my life has been great. I've been good. Um, FYI, credit unions are ahead of banks in the move to ISO 2022 to 20022. Neo coin prediction, please. Yeah, we'll have to. I don't know what Neo is. Wait, maybe I do. I do. Um, Hopefully this is the Neo you're talking about because there's many other Neos. um, but what we're seeing here is a $700 million market cap with $37 million worth of volume. We have 70% of the supply that's out there, so we really don't have any type of dilution within it. Volume to market cap ratio 5.5%, so right in the middle of seeing that level of popularity. But again, you're up in the $1 billion mark. You also have the availability to buy it on Binance, which is an S tier exchange. You have 184 other pairings as well. I wish you had the ability to buy it on, Coinbase, but you do have Crypto.com, you do have Bitmart, you do have many other places as well, to where you're seeing a lot of money that could flow through there. Um, if I had to give a price prediction just based on the charting, because I don't want to go into all of the detail there, um, based on history, I always say that what we're looking for in the bull market is 2 to 3 times where we were, previously. And depending on if that includes any type of dilution, which it doesn't look like includes a major dilution, we did see the highest point at $168, or seeing it at a $11 billion market cap. It currently
Red
stands
Matthews
again.
4 donated $2 through Super Chat.
Thank you for the super chat.
Any thoughts on Quant?
Yeah, we'll go into quant in a little bit. I think quant is hitting a lower price that I've been suddenly interested in. but we'll have to talk about that in a little bit. um, Anyways, I typically like 2 to 3 times over the highest point or what the previous bull market was. And the previous bull market was in 2021, you see there, and how that pushed up to an $8 billion market cap. So, what I would look for, I would probably say look for a 16 to $24 billion market cap, maybe even approaching the $30 billion market cap. Now, depending on the different things that are happening there, which I don't know much of, you could see a lot more. So either way, I expect to see a lot of projects that are making these same type of moves, like 100 to 200% or 200 to 300% over the previous all-time high. Um, that's what I typically look for there. Um, but anyways, what were we looking for? Quant. So I did like quant for the longest period of time, and I believe I missed an opportunity investing into it at $40. I did Qantas. I don't know why I did Qantas. I don't know what that is. Quant currently stands at a $733 million market cap with $23 million worth of volume. It could see a lot more volume, especially as you look at this. Sorry, we're going to get another
Action
interruption. Give me
Figure
a second.
Lair donated $5 through Super Chat. Is it good strategy trying to get to 110k Jasmy to pull 30k when it hits a $1 diversify among Lunk, XRP, Crow, and when it reaches $5 take the rest?
Sorry. Sorry. I tend to turn the sound off. I apologize. Sorry. There's so much. Every time I do that, I turn the mic off because the sound comes through in both ways, and then I forget. So I apologize. Anyways, quant. When I talk about quant, I expected it. I wanted to buy it at. I didn't really say anything important. Um, I wanted to buy it at 42, 40 something dollars. And that was the lowest point that I wanted to buy it. And I missed the opportunity. And since I missed the opportunity, I didn't want to trade with emotion, which meant that any other opportunity or any other side to it, I would trade with emotion. Even at 60 cents, I would trade with emotion. So I decided to not be in it. But I do like quant for, the highs that it can get to, and not just the highs that it got to here, but multiples over that, right? A 400, 500, $1,000 price point within it, and the ability to buy it on both S tier exchanges as well as tier one exchanges, and have the level of volume and the level of interest that really, jumps up out of nowhere for this project. And you'll see that as we get into altcoin season. It may not seem like it has a lot of popularity right now because there's a ton going into things like meme coins like Dogecoin and Shiba Inu seeing $1 billion, Dogecoin seeing, $3 billion, and many others. You're going to see a lot more volume that goes into projects like this, just like you're going to see more money that goes into projects like CRO and ADA, and you'll see a lot more into Solana as well. So you're going to see that come up, and you're going to see a ton more when it comes to the price gain. So again, I apologize for not putting on the mic. But anyways, to answer that question, I'm going to have to go back to this, which is a good strategy for trying to get 110k Jasmy coin to pull 30k. Right, so you're looking to get $30,000, and when it hits $1, diversify among Lunic, XRP, CRO. When it reaches $5, take the rest. So you're saying you believe Jasmy coin is going to get to a level of $5. I don't I don't know if I 100% I can agree that that's a possibility. My overall high was like a dollar to $1.50, but we understand that a $2 price point could be a thing, as well as a $3, $4, even $5. It's just for me, I I tend to get a little bit checked out afterwards. So while I have 900,000 that's or a million that's sitting over here, I don't think I moved any Jasmy coin anywhere, right? Let me go to my assets. Yeah, I still have a million that's over here, so I didn't move 100,000 over to the Ledger wallet or anything. But while I have my 1 million, I don't want to look for. I would love $5. I would love for it to hit $5 so I can have $5 million. But um, I want to make sure I have an exit plan strategy in place, and my exit plan is to do it this way and more, not believable, but lower levels, so that we can see it flourish, right? So while I'm taking profit, finding a lower level, maybe even reinvesting back into it to find an even higher level. Um, that's what I plan on doing. But if that's your plan to take at a level of $1 and not take anything beforehand, then that's fine as well. You're saying take $110,000 and split it amongst Terra Luna Classic, XRP, and CRO. When it reaches $5, take the rest and just do whatever you want with that. Um, so I don't know, right? I would say that if you're going to see a lot of these things move, you're going to see a lot of them move together, especially things like Terra Luna Classic. XRP may be a little bit longer term, so that you can do whatever you want as time goes on. CRO will also be a little bit longer term in the things that it does transpire with it, because it's an exchange and it's going to be there forever, and they run everything through CRO through Chronos. When it comes to Terra Luna Classic, I hope that we can see that there forever as well. But it all depends on enabling the algorithm, reintroducing the algorithm, as well as seeing USTC survive, and seeing that supply go down. So it really does depend on that. But um, it may work in your favor. I don't know how to fully answer it, but if it was me and I wanted to take money to throw into other projects, I would literally take, let's say I have 110, I was going to take it at $1, 110,000. Um, you're saying, oh wait, you're saying take out 30K and then take the rest. So take 80K after that. Um, but 80K coins at a $5 price point, you're looking at uh, $400,000. Am I right by saying that? Um, 8 times 5, $400,000, which would be great for you to have. But what you would do is take 30K, and that's where you would split it amongst Luna, XRP, and CRO. I mean, that's on you. Typically, for me, I'm going to take a majority of it up to that point, but then leave a smaller amount in it for the long term. When you have any type of greed, no offense, like not saying you're greedy, the mind tends to think like, oh well, I want to take the most when it gets to the highest number. That's the issue. Um, People need to take the most as you're at some of your lower profit taking strategies, and then take the least when you're at the highest number. That's how you know it was a full success, because it's not a given that it's going to get to that higher number, but what it is going to be a given is that you have these opportunities in front of you as you take profit going on. So in my opinion, that's probably the best bet, is to kind of switch it up. And if you're looking to take something at $1 only, I would take the 80K and, put some aside, but then also leave the 30K that's still in there for the end result, whatever you believe the end result is going to be. Um, and that's kind of my plan as I go into my exit strategy, which I don't have up now. You'll see multiple points that I take at, and then $1 to $1.50. You'll see a lot lower of amounts that I'm taking because I don't have as much. You know what I mean? By your facial expressions, I think the strategy I mentioned was not so bad. yeah, I don't think it's horrible. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. I have to pause this. I'll make sure I put the sound back on. I gotta make sure. Tell me right when I get back. So that's crazy. They actually knocked on the door. Um, Typically, when they're delivering packages, one, they deliver a package super early. Uh, they never deliver packages until like 5 over here. Um, Whew, tired from running up and down the steps. So let's see. But yeah, it wasn't the worst strategy. The fact that you have a strategy means more than like 90% of people that are out there that don't have a strategy. Even some people that say they have a strategy don't actually have a strategy. Like I have all of my strategies written down, and I believe I'm going to follow those strategies. Typically, I like to do it unless I see some major news that tells me there's going to be something bigger. Then my strategy changes, right? Because if I see Terra Luna Classic that suddenly burns 1 billion, or not 1 billion, 1 trillion coins in one sitting, then I'm like, okay, now we're getting somewhere, and now my strategy has to change a little bit. Right. Same thing goes with SHIB. When I, believe that we were going to see a lot more burns in the last couple of years or few years, and we didn't, my strategy changed. Right. My strategy is more conservative than it was before. It's not as aggressive. We're still going to see some major success, but are we going to see as much success as we thought we were going to see when we turn, $1,000 into $1 million? No, we're most likely not going to see that. I'm not going to completely write it off because I understand there's always a possibility, but yeah. Altcoin season is wait, is altcoin season in March? No, so altcoin season depends on where Bitcoin is. Altcoin season is not about the certain season. Like it's not like a winter or a fall or a spring or summer. Don't know why I went through all of them, but it's not like those. But it's like a certain point to where Bitcoin hits a low by dominance, right? If Bitcoin is not dominating the market based on the market cap as much, and you're seeing much more movement that's happening elsewhere, that's where altcoin season starts to take over. And typically, you can see it happen even if it is at 60%. It's just if it's dropping drastically every single day. Like if we see it at 60% one day and the next day it's at 55%, and the next day it's at 53%, the next day it's at 50%, then yeah, and we could even see it fluctuate back up. But altcoins are the things that are moving aggressively, that's giving it the percentage. Bitcoin is not really moving as much, right? It hit those highs, plateaued, or whatever, and now found a consolidation point. But for everything else, it's moving aggressively. Whether that's up or down, it's moving aggressively. We primarily want to see it go up, though. $5 in like 3 to 5 years. I mean, anything could happen. I'm just not putting all my cards on that. $1 in the immediate future. Because if you look at it, that would be for Jasmine Coin to get to $5, it would be a $250 billion market cap. If you see the true process of that, to where a lot of it is held and put aside in companies and whatnot, then you don't really have a, I wouldn't say a major use for it. You don't really have it circulating around. So then you have less of a supply, which gives you a lesser market cap with higher prices. How do I keep getting interrupted by calls and stuff? Give me a second. I don't understand. He called me, and then immediately when I answered, he hung up. I don't know. Regardless of how you feel about last night, you got to love all this green today. Absolutely. I mean, it doesn't matter. You know, as I look, I don't really, really care about talking about politics or anything like that. I mean, I like good ideas and I like the things that I like. So if we're getting good results from cryptocurrency, I'm happy about that. Um, and there are many people that I talk to that were like, look, I just want to vote third party. I want somebody that's younger, and I want somebody that I'm truly picking, right? And they voted third party. I mean, I feel like that's going to get to a point to where we don't have that two party system. But I don't want to sit here and talk about politics. Um, Jasmine's all-time high was close to $5 at launch, but the market cap would be hard to reach. Yes, so Jasmine's all-time high was definitely a lot higher, but that's when they had a lower amount of supply. They had less than a billion coins that were in circulation, but then they diluted everything, and it makes it more difficult now to get to a $5 price point, and that's because of the 50 billion coins you have in supply. With 50 billion coins that you have in supply, it gets you to a $250 billion market cap at a $5 price. So we know that it's going to be very difficult. Is this live even real? No, it's not. It's not real at all. I don't know why I jumped to the last thing when I needed to go through all of the messages, but is this live real? I don't think so. I think it's probably fake. It's actually pre-recorded. So I apologize for leading you guys on. You thought I was responding to you? No, I just predicted what everybody's messages were going to be. Jasmine's oh, I read that. Jasmine is back at its normal price. It's still waiting for it to pump higher. I mean, it already got to a level of 4.5 cents. I think it definitely can go a lot further than that. Yeah, it makes sense. But yeah, I would definitely say like my I'm not saying you have to copy my exit plan at all. I'm not saying that you have to do exactly what I'm doing. But the way that I think about it in investing and how I've been able to gather any type of success, yeah, sometimes it takes away from the ultimate success that I could have. Because let's say I do have 100,000 coins and it does get to a level of $1. And now I could have $100,000, or I can sell some at 25 cents. I could sell some at 50 cents. I could sell some at 75 cents. And I have a reason to hold the rest as we move along. Yes, I'm not gaining $100,000, but maybe I'll gain 50. That's still fine for me. Same thing goes for for my Jasmine coin, right? If I gain $500,000 or I gain $400,000, I will take that any day. I invested $4,000 into Jasmine coin. I'll take $20,000. That's literally a 5x from what I invested, and I'm currently sitting at $20,000. So the point is that anything is um, is great from here, because if I see a 10x from here, I'm looking at $200,000. I will take that any day of the week. yes, it's not $1 million, but do I necessarily need $1 million? No, I have many other opportunities to get me to that ultimate point of $1 million made from crypto. Um, where did grass come from? It did not hear about this until it was too late. I mean, that's typically how it works. I don't know what it is, but yeah. What do you think about Shiba Inu? I did go into Shiba Inu earlier today, but we can always dive a little bit more into or dive into Shiba Inu and see if anything. Is there any news that's happening right now for SHIB? SHIB news. It doesn't look like there's much news. We just have more of the same, right? The burn rate for SHIB skyrockets 3,700%, sparking optimism for SHIB to hit $2. So now the conversation is $2 rather than $1. We still have burned off not even a drop in the bucket. This is like a mist. Like, you know how you have like a drop of water and how it can create a little bit of a splash, a small splash. But we're talking about a mist, like one little, maybe 10 little mists of water that dropped into that bucket. That's where we stand for Shiba Inu when it comes to the burn rate. So until we have something that's going to establish a bigger or larger burn rate, I mean, I'm not saying that this is going to 100% get to $2 or even 90%. It's like a 0.1% chance that we see that happen with the burn rate that we've currently seen. But seeing the success and seeing where it could go from where we are, a 5x even to a 10x or even 20x could be easily possible to get to. So that's where you see Shiba Inu's 10x potential. That's something that I can agree with 100%. Like, I believe it's going to have a 10x potential there. Let's see, but where is Shiba Inu now? It currently stands at 0.00001856, up 2%. Seeing an increase in volume that looks really good, 151%, $1.17 billion worth of volume, and an $11 billion market cap. That's pretty much all we got. Also, since we have about 200 people here, if you guys haven't seen, I have a link for BTCC in the chat. It's a platform that is partnered with me, and it is a great platform. You can leverage trade up to 500x leverage if you want to. However, I recommend that you don't do that. You could demo trade, which we will go into in a couple of seconds, but this has been trusted by millions for 13 years. I was gonna say this has been trusted by 13 people. It's been trusted by million for 13 years, and you have 10% deposit bonus for signing up using my link up to, or not up to, over 500 USDT. You get extra bonuses up to $10,055 per user and 40% lower trading fees. This is what the platform looks like. I have a couple of trades. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. The highest leverage is a 15x leverage here, which is a leverage trade for Ethereum. But I do have some for others that are there. For some reason, I can't find the name of it. I don't know why. There it is. Shiba Inu, Ethereum, AVAX, Lunic. I also have XRP. You can leverage trade a lot of different things, but you see here 5x, 3x, 3x, 15x, and a 4x leverage trade. But if you wanted to, BTC, you can leverage trade 500x if you wanted to. But again, I don't recommend doing that. You can also demo trade in this platform. So if you wanted to, practice, you can practice using live accounts. So anyways, feel free to check out that down below. The link will be in the chat. It will also be in the description. But I appreciate you guys for doing so because they are a partner with the channel. I also have a link for Margex if you want to sign up for Margex, which you can trade up to 100x leverage there. But that's a good platform that I also have a lot of trades that are going through that are positive. It just depends on how your leverage trading strategy is and how positive you can be. Jasmine's market cap is already close to 1 billion. Yeah, I think you can get to 50 billion. Maybe even pushing 75 billion. It was at 2 billion when it was at a $4.5 billion market cap. Predictions for Dogecoin. Apparently, it's gonna pump up. Absolutely, Dogecoin has been the thing that has been starting a lot of these bull runs, or at least the last bull run. So I think we're gonna see the same thing for Dogecoin in this bull run. It's leading the way for meme coins, and it's gonna continue that. Do you think CRO will go to all-time highs this bull market? Uh, Daily live again on your channel. Well, I appreciate you watching the live streams, but yes, I do believe that CRO is going to go to all-time highs and it's going to surpass all-time highs. $1 is a given for me. That's a fact that it's going to hit $1. In my opinion, my opinion is that this is a fact that it's going to hit $1. But we're also going to see it at a level of $2 and $3. This is all my opinion, but I believe that they are facts, right? Um, so, well, at least $1, getting to $1 is a fact. It's going to get there. Um, and CRO is going to have a long life. Maybe I should do a video like that, like five facts for CRO or something like that. That'll be cool. I don't know. Maybe I'll do that, or maybe I'll do that for another project. But I do 100% believe that CRO is going to get to a level of $1. I like that. Check out Fox chart. I'll have to check it out later. Did you see the new Lunic burn? I heard about it. I didn't actually see it. I'm gonna probably make a video on it later. Um, they say XRP is the new Bitcoin. What do you reckon its all-time high will be? So I I say that as well. The reason why I say that is because the thought for Bitcoin, I mean, the argument for Bitcoin in the beginning, before people started to make the argument against that, there was that Bitcoin will become the world currency, right? That people will utilize Bitcoin across the world and it will be the easiest form of currency to use. However, it does take a longer process to go through paying with Bitcoin, right? You could go through a middleman. You could do it the same way you have for cash, because cash transferring from one bank to a business or a bank to bank or a country to country takes a number of days, right? It could take hours, it could take days for those things to happen. But it seems like it goes through instantaneously. So you could see that happen with Bitcoin, but it kind of can't happen in the real world, which means that we would still be stuck in the same place when it comes to currencies. However, it would be a little bit quicker though. However, now you have XRP that happens in seconds and has Ripple's payment option and has many things that tell you this can be the world currency. So XRP is the new Bitcoin and will be the new Bitcoin, will have dominance over the market. In my opinion, again, this is another thing. In my opinion, I believe XRP will have dominance over the market because of its usability, because of its reason for using it and having it, right? And the supply and demand that will go into it and all of those things there. So, yes, I agree wholeheartedly. I just hope something pays off before I am too old to enjoy anything. I think that'll be the case. Veracity pumped hard. I mean, there are many things that are pumping pretty hard. You see, whatever X is, whatever this is, pumped 48%. Bitcoin's up 7%. Well, it says it's up 7%. Yeah, it is up 7.1%. Ethereum up 8%. Solana 12%. And many other things are reacting in such a positive way. Right? It just looks amazing to see it. Dogecoin 10%. There's only one coin, Bitcoin. I mean, it can be everybody's, not everybody. There are many Bitcoin maxis Ethereum maxis and XRP, people that love these projects for what they are and what they're going to be. I'm just a strong XRP holder and believe in XRP in a large way. And I'm not one of those people that holds a ton of Bitcoin. Like I hold majority. I don't know what the percentage is of my portfolio. I think it'll tell me on CoinMarketCap here the percentage of my portfolio. Maybe it won't. But I have $50,000. It's almost you're almost looking at about 25%, or it's more than 25% of my portfolio now. Yeah, so it's a lot. CRO up 400% in 24 hours. CROID up 400%. I was going to say CRO is not up 400%. The volume is definitely up a massive amount for CRO compared to what it typically sees. There are times where you see single digit millions in CRO. Where does it stand? There it is. But we're seeing $92 million for CRO volume. Volume is up 1,547%. 1,547% for CRO. That is crazy. XRP to $3 when they fire Gary. I mean, you're probably not wrong. Might go to $10. When do you expect Jasmine to start pumping from this level? I mean, to highs like 5, 6, 7 cents, 10 cents. 2025 definitely. First, I want to see, and I'm saying want. It doesn't mean that it will. I want to see 10 to 20 cents by the end of this year. It really all depends on if altcoin season truly gets started. We're not in the mix right now because, I mean, we're sort of in the mix, but we're not seeing altcoin season that's happening right now because of the fact that Bitcoin still is gaining in dominance. Once we see that kind of reverse a little bit and the dominance is starting to decrease down, it gets to 55, to 53, to 50, to 40, and all of those, yes, altcoin season is here. So whenever that happens, that's when I expect to see more movement in Jasmine Coin, just like a lot of other projects. How's the family, bro? Thank you for asking. They're doing pretty good. Harper's playing basketball for the school. She's playing. I guess they have a third and fourth grade or whatever basketball team. She's in second grade, so she technically couldn't play. But we went to an open gym, and they said that she was dribbling better than a lot of the third and fourth graders that were there and shooting better than them. She may not have the same height or strength that they have, but she can definitely shoot the basketball and dribble the basketball. So she's going to end up playing basketball for third and fourth grade, and I hope that she's happy with that. I know she's not going to have the height. The height difference between some of the third and fourth graders is definitely significant. But still, I mean, she can still play basketball doing that. She can shoot from pretty far. We work on it every single day. She's also doing swimming, and now Hayden as well is getting into basketball and dribbling the basketball. So hopefully that becomes the thing, and we can all play together, and those two can play on the same team at some point. That'll be cool. That'll be really cool. But yeah, the family's doing great. I have no complaints. I love the fact that I get to spend so much time with them. Sometimes in the summer it gets a little bit too heavy, right? Because they're always home, so then I can't really work as hard. But now that they're at school, I can get on live and stream with you guys and talk to you guys and all of that. But thank you for asking. I appreciate that. The U.S. government keeping XRP down. I mean, that's the way it seems that they're suppressing XRP. And I mean, I understand why, right? It's something that fights what they know and love. If you look at the U.S. dollar and the fact that they can print more money anytime they want to, and yes, inflate the prices of everything and cost of goods and all of that, and gas and housing and just all, like, everything can massively increase. Um, if you look at the way XRP is structured, yes, right now we still have a lot of supply that's out there and they could dilute it, but there's no way that you can continue to dilute it year after year, decade after decade, right? Because once it hits its max supply, there's no more that can be added to that supply. Meaning that the only thing you can do is go with its nature, which is being deflationary by nature, then giving you more money for what you're holding. So if you're holding your XRP, it doesn't lose value, it gains value in the end, because less XRP is going to be in circulation the next year and the next year and the next 100 years and 200 years and 500 years, right? So they can, I know they won't stop printing if that's the case, but we will see all the value in the XRP coin and Ripple in general, and we won't really see the true value in holding a dollar. Just like we don't see really value in holding cash right now. It's all about the digital side of it. And just saying you have this much cash in your bank account, okay, well, let me see it. Well, I can't let you see it because we don't have it in the bank. Of course you don't, right? So the same thing goes for kind of XRP, is that you can't see what you really have. You can see the number, you can't see it, right? That's where it's a little bit difficult to take in, but it's way better than holding cash. And cash will be completely out, meaning that the U.S. dollar already doesn't have any or any backing, because it's not backed by gold. So make sure you add Bitcoin to your portfolio. Why? I mean, I don't have Bitcoin. I mean, the only reason I would get Bitcoin is, if, I don't know the reason. I had some Bitcoin, but then I used it for, trading into something else. I think it might have been XRP or something, but I don't have any Bitcoin anymore. Then stocking up on Cosmos and staking, looking better. Yeah, I think I have 100 Cosmos, and I think I'm staking over on I want to say the Ledger wallet. I was staking on Kronos, or the DeFi wallet, but I'm not staking on there. Wait, maybe I am. You know what? I think I am. I think I have like 40 over there. I have to go and check. But yeah, I have, let's see. I have Ethereum over here. I have Kronos. I have Litecoin, Binance Smart Chain. I have XRP, Solana, AVAX, Cosmos. And I think I have like 40 Cosmos. I might have taken it off, but I might have not. On the DeFi side, on the DeFi wallet. It sank to 28K last year. That was the time. Oh, you're talking about Bitcoin. The time to stock up on Bitcoin was when it was at 16K. That was the time. There's somebody at my front door. Wait, there was somebody at my front door. What's going on here? Yeah, so I have some Kronos over here. I have some Cosmos, but then if I go into Earn, yeah, I have. Oh no, I only have Kronos over here. I have a bunch that's staked over here. I have 31,000 that's staked over here, and I currently have 1,600 that I can collect. I need to collect that so I can put that in my balance and just continue to compound. $28 wasn't bad, but it wasn't at 16. It did go down to 16 or 17. I think it was 16. It went sub 17. It wasn't last year, but I know it's not going to show the actual number because it gives you a more consolidated look at it when you look at that much history. Because yeah, when it went down in 2022 to 15.4 or 14 or whatever, what was that? What is the low? 16. Yeah, 16 point. 16.4. When it went down to 16.4, um, that's where the lowest point, that's where that point of investment should have been. In 2022 and pushing over 2023, as it did continue to move up. I wanted to buy then. I didn't have any money. I didn't have any money at that point. I was like on the well. I lied. I did. I had money that was already in the markets, as well as money that was floating out. But I wanted to keep it outside so that I know that I have a certain amount for bills that we needed there. So I wanted to add Bitcoin at that point, but I didn't have any free cash flow. Let's just say that's what it was. All right, so we got about 4 minutes until the end of this live stream, and then we're gonna head out. I gotta go and eat. I didn't even eat breakfast yet, um, and now I'm gonna eat like technically a brunch, and it's gonna be pizza. Why should I add Bitcoin? Oh, you're talking to somebody else. Yeah, I don't think I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin for what it does, or what it means to a lot of people. But for me, it's like it's just a store of value, and that's what you treat it as. And I don't even have any gold, so I can't treat it the same way. But that's just me, right? It doesn't mean that just because I don't like Bitcoin, it doesn't mean that you can't like Bitcoin and the growth that you have there. Um, End of November Bitcoin prediction. I don't know, 80,000. Have a good feed, my G. Right now the likes are at 234. It was 234. Now it's at 234 or 235. So now we have to get it to 21234. We have to get it to that number, which is 1,234. Can we get it there? Do we have 1,000 people that are here? Thank you for saying that. All right. So again, before we do get out of here, I want to let you guys know about the partner with the channel. I've been talking about them for a while, maybe for the last week. BTCC. It's a good platform, a leverage trading platform where you can trade up to 500x leverage. You can get 10% deposit bonus on 500 or more USDC, as well as 10,000 up to $10,055 per user in extra bonuses. Many different bonuses that you can get, and you'll see that as you go. Um, and then 40% lower trading fees on everything. This is the platform that we have here. I have some positive trades that are happening here, up $51, up $12.66, or 104%, 31%, 19%, 19% here, 29%. So it's great to see that level of growth, not only here, but also in Margex. So if you want to check out either of those platforms, feel free to do so. The link is down below. Could you see Sol flipping ETH this cycle? Um, no, no, I don't think that would be the case. I think ETH has a lot of things going for it. I think ETH will definitely reach $1 trillion market cap this cycle, and I don't think Solana will. If I had anything to say that something was going to reach things are going to reach a trillion, I think XRP is going to reach $1 trillion market cap, multiple trillions, honestly. I think obviously BTC is going to stay in the $1 trillion market cap. I think Ethereum's going to get there as well. But I think that you're going to see, things like Solana and BNB hover in between the 250 to 500 billion dollar market cap, as well as many others that are getting to those levels as well. But then you'll see others that hover around the 100, some that hover around the 50, and some that'll hover around the. We'll see more cryptocurrencies in the billions than we've ever seen before. But no, I don't see Sol pushing past ETH this cycle at least. Depends on what happens next cycle, but I still think it's going to be my order of operations here It's not PEMDAS for me. It's XRP, um, either Bitcoin and Ethereum, or XRP, Ethereum, then Bitcoin. I'm not gonna lie. I think Ethereum is probably worthwhile more, or worth more than Bitcoin, or should be worth more than Bitcoin, based on the fact that it could be more usable. Um, but it really all depends. So let's call it what it is: XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin. That's the way that I look at it, and maybe some people might not like it. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, or hit the dislike button if you didn't like what I just said. Also, again, make sure you check out the link for BTCC down below. Link is in the chat as well as in the description. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Thank you for the super chats, the likes, the comments, all of the conversations, everything. And I'll catch you guys